Another good comeback win tonight.
Yeah, this is one that you're sitting there in the day. It is a good comeback win because this is one you're sitting in the dugout and you know you've done a lot of good things. I mean, hits don't always indicate, things that can change the score. But I think at one time I looked up and it was like 10-5 or 11-5 on hits or something like that, and they hit 3 home runs. And but you think about it, I think they're all solos. You know what I'm saying? And second and third, no outs. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. You think about everything as a coach. Butterworth's line drive in the first inning, I think it missed probably about 8 inches from going out. You think about that's the run we didn't get. You're trying to think, how are we down 4-1 here? And we know how good their bullpen is. And we just kept scratching and clawing, and then you find a way to, tie it up somehow. This team just keeps fighting. I said yesterday, I got a great respect for this team with all they've had to go through. And all the, things that have happened from Van Dam's concussion to injuries, a fluke thing to Whitaker that we still can't figure out, and all the things, Souls' surgery, all the things we've had to go through, and so many freshmen. The one standing right over here, boy, he was electric in that ninth inning, wasn't he? I mean, you think about that guy, 18 years old, if he is 18, in this packed house with the crowd going crazy. I mean, you don't really get that. You don't really get that probably in high school. And in this crowd, and you can go two ways. It can excite you, or it can, set you back for something. And he was electric, facing a lineup that's really, really, really good.
This is back-to-back weekends with just huge series wins. Just like, how was your thoughts about this going to the back half of the regular season?
It's just this league's so unforgivable, and we had. You stump your toe in this league a lot. We weren't playing that well early. We went to Atlanta and got swept. Went to Louisville and lost 2 one-run games without Sam Highfield and Whitaker available, and Noah Souls coming off surgery. And you lose 2 one-run games. The next thing you know, and then you look at the back end of your schedule and you got at Clemson, North Carolina, and in between, Campbell's Tuesday, East Carolina on the road next Tuesday, and you got exams coming up, and then you got to go to Virginia, then you got Wake, who I just saw beat Florida State on a thriller right there. You got to Wake Forest here, so it's tough. It's tough to win in this league, but when you get to postseason, and we are a postseason team, when you get to postseason, then these things are things you can build on in postseason, and everything else is kind of thrown out the window.
You get 6 innings from Fritton, obviously. Getting some more length out of him. I know that's a big key.
It's real big.
What's been how have you been able to get him back on track?
You have to ask Coach Chrysler. Clinton and him, he works with everybody, and it's increase the roster to 40 people, and COVID kind of changed everything. We'll give you 5 more people, and then we'll give them to you for life. I feel like we're still living in COVID, to be honest with you, with people working from home, and it's just craziness in the world right now. But Coach Chrysler has so many players to work with, but I think he took it upon himself. I see him playing catch with Fritton now. You know what I'm saying? I see him working with Fritton a little more, and Fritton, we know how good he is, but he probably hadn't got past the 4th inning until recently, and he was electric at Clemson and just as good tonight. That's a very good lineup on the other side of that field right there. That's a very good lineup. Very good lineup.
Talking about freshmen getting this kind of experience, this kind of stage, preparing for the postseason. Just how important is that, not just for Duden, for Luke Nixon had a couple great defensive plays at second base. Jackson Lucas had a good showing tonight. Just how important is that, not just have experience on that stage, but to get results and be able to get wins like this?
Well, Jackson Lucas was really, really good for us early, and then he went through a thing mid-season, and that guy's had a lot on him too. I don't want to go into it, but he's had a lot on him. So he had a little lull in mid-season, and his last 2 outings have been really good. Matter of fact, he got the game ball tonight, and I think everybody agreed with that room. He kind of stopped things when things needed to be stopped to give us a chance for Duden to come in and do what he did, to give Luke Nixon a chance to make those 2 great plays in the 9th inning defensively, and he was the one that kind of settled it down. So I'm sure that guy's feeling pretty good about things tonight. You know, a couple things have happened for some guys in the last couple days that they're never going to forget. Butter's home run last night, Jackson getting the win here, Duden getting the save. There's Luke Nixon making those 2 plays in the 9th inning. There's a lot of good things that happen. But like I said, that's a really good ball club on the other side of the field. I mean, a really good ball club. And it just shows how good this league is.
And then on the offensive end, it seems like runners left on base early in the season might have been an issue, but it sounds like today it was, I want to say, 6 for 17 with runners on base, 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position. It seems like things are starting to click right now.
That's something we've done. We've done a very good job of playing the game all the way through and not giving up. I went home and watched the game on TV last night, and I think the guy at the end said, Mike Monaco said we'd have like 6 walk-off wins this year. I had no idea of that. You can go through a season and not have any walk-off wins, and we've had 6, but we have finished games, and then we've been pretty good, even though I talked about leaving some guys on base. We left a couple guys on base last night with no outs, but we've been pretty good when we get them on, find a way to get them in.
And then against Mateus there in the 8th inning, you know, that's a good reliever.
Oh.
You guys aren't getting out of your approach. You're not swinging for the fences. You know, they're getting home runs on their side. You hit what? Is that 3 cutters, right? Using the middle of the field. Was that the plan of attack against him? Is just kind of, you know, attack that pitch, look for that
We
pitch?
try to stay in the middle of the field. That's, you know, everybody gets pull happy. Everybody gets pull conscious. We're in the, you know, basketball right now is 3-pointers and dunks, and baseball's turned into long ball.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I was so proud of Butterworth. He hit the home run last night, which obviously he'll remember the rest of his life. And then his first at bat today, he misses another home run by like 6 inches, and he comes up and the crowd's going crazy because he's the winning run. Hits a line drive to right center field, and which was really a big hit. And you know, that's when you know things are clicking right in the players' minds, and that's the way we gotta stay.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys. Congrats.
Thank you.